Well, happy Mondays, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about one of the most important apps that we've ever introduced to our business. This is probably the single app that has made the biggest change in the way we work out of anything we have ever done. And it's not just us, we get the same feedback from many of our clients that introducing Asana into their business has made the biggest positive impact of anything they've ever done in their business. That's a pretty bold statement, but it's true, and we see it time and time again. Now, the next few minutes, I'm just going to explain what it is and why or how such a simple free app can actually make such a significant change to people's lives and people's businesses. Okay, so what is Asana? If you've never heard of Asana, it's basically a project management tool. It allows you to manage your tasks, projects, and communications. Those are three main things it does. There are other things out there that do similar jobs, if you like. And the main point here is that you are using something to centralize those things, so tasks, projects, and communications. We found Asana to be incredibly flexible, versatile, and easy to actually get started and start using in your business from day one. And we get the same feedback from our clients that they like it because it's easy to get started, but incredibly flexible, incredibly expansive, if you like, when you want to do more with it. And the best thing is, it's totally free for the vast majority of people. You'll know when you need to upgrade it, and you'll be able to afford it because your business will have grown to a point where it's not an issue, and it's not even that expensive when you do get to the point of wanting to upgrade. Okay, so the main problems, if you like, the pain points that Asana solves. If you've ever, I don't know if you've ever tried to have a communication via something like email. Obviously, you probably have. But if you ever tried to delegate work out or involve any more than one person in an email conversation, you'll know how messy and clunky that can become very quickly. You may then decide to move over to something like Messenger or WhatsApp or Slack, trying to organize your communications a bit. What you've now got is bits of communications in different areas. And one of the real problems is if you try to bring in somebody new to a communication, to a conversation, that somehow they've got to be able to see everything that was said previously. Now, there are other communication apps out there that allow you to look back through a particular group's messages, if you like. But what we like about Asana is it does it all inside the same task project management tool that you're going to use for everything else in your business. So keeping everything in one place is, in our opinion, the best time saver. You don't need to learn new apps. You don't need to train new people, your staff and your team to use other apps. You're using everything in a single place. So that communication part is absolutely key. You can involve as many people as you want, whenever you want. They can see the history of conversations in every single conversation you ever have internally in your business. And that is absolutely fundamental to be able to work with a remote team or even with a team in your office. So other things that we find incredibly useful for, so actually delegating work out and managing people's workflows can be done really easily with Asana. And it's one of the things that we actually started using it for a few years ago and have now expanded that, and we use it now pretty much as the total hub for our business. And I'll talk about that in a second. So the other thing that's great for is organizing yourself, your life, your task list. Everything you do, basically, you put into a central point, so you can then, wherever you are in the world, you can just log into the app on your phone or on your computer and see exactly what you're meant to be doing now and add things to that as the ideas pop into your head. For example, you can then add them to a central place, which you can then delegate out to people as and when you need to. So it's incredibly versatile for communications, task management, and for working and delegating with a team, and lastly, for project management. So if you are setting up a big project, maybe you're doing a construction type project, a purchase of a building, a property, a business, whatever it is, whatever that project is that you have a timeline for, and you need to actually work with a team on that and then delegate work out to various people and have tasks. Some tasks are dependent on other tasks, for example, so you need to finish something before you can start something else. You need a really good visual way of representing that so that everybody can see exactly where you're up to in the project and who's responsible for doing each part of the project at what particular time. Asana covers that massively. And again, by using I'm not going to go into too much detail, but using an add-on called Instacant, you can get all of that functionality for totally free or a very, very low cost if you decide to have multiple projects set up. So it's, as I say, incredibly versatile, and it grows with you and your business as you need it. So how we use it on a day-to-day basis is pretty much for everything we do. And I mean that genuinely. Every single task we ever delegate out goes through Asana. Every single piece of communication we have with anybody in our team, and we have about 16 workers, well, some part-time, some are full-time, about 16 full-time workers roughly, if you add up all the hours. And we work with all of those through Asana as our central point. We run 4 businesses now through Asana. Again, everybody can then communicate through the central organized way, and everybody has access to everything they need to. So we use it for delegated work out, as I said, and managing people's workflows. We use it for all our communications. We use it for all our own task management. We use it for our business meetings. So every single leadership meeting we have, every departmental meeting, we actually have templates set up in Asana that we work through. And so we cover everything in a really organized, structured way every single time. It means that we look very professional to everybody who comes and works with us, because everything is always set out in a nice way that everybody has visibility of. And it also means that people can refer back to meetings. For example, we record all our meetings and we put a link to that meeting recording into the meeting task in Asana that people can then rewatch later if they need a jog of the memory, if you like, for what was said in that meeting. So there's loads of ways you can use it. I can't possibly cover everything we actually use it for in this short video. I have a longer video, which I'm very, very happy. I'll tag it in actually into this post below, so you can actually have a look at that. And that sort of explains a bit more about the setup. It's a little bit old. I'll probably have to do a revamp of that sometime very soon to show you how we've actually evolved it even further. But I'll give you a good head start as to the sort of stuff you can do with Asana if that's of interest to you. So one other thing that's just worth mentioning is about integrating other apps into Asana. So by using things like Zapier, if you're not aware of what Zapier is, again, if you do a search on the group for Zapier, you'll find a post by me about Zapier, and there's also a link to a video which explains about Zapier again in a lot of detail. And if I remember, I'll put that in the link as well. If you're watching this and I haven't put it in, just tag it, just ask me and I'll tag you into a video about setting up and using Zapier, which is an incredibly useful tool. Zapier is I'll cover this in a separate video, but Zapier is an API tool, if you like, so an application protocol interface tool. What that basically means is it allows lots of different apps from different companies to talk to each other and share information. So you could have Evernote, you can have Google, you could have email, you could have PayPal, and everything bringing in all of their, whatever they do in those apps. So someone clicks and buys something on your website, you bring that into Asana as a task, set up, already allocated out to the correct employee to deal with that. So there's never any chance of anyone missing an important event that happens in your business by bringing it all into a central point into your task management software. So i.e. Asana, you can ensure that everybody who needs to have access to a particular task gets it immediately as soon as the event happens. Again, incredibly powerful stuff, and I can't possibly cover it in this short video. So feel free to ping me and ask me questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. So lastly, importantly, what subscription to go for? Go for the free version. You'll know when it's time to upgrade, and at that point, you'll be ready for it. You do not need to start with anything but the free version for the coming months at least. Technically, it's pretty easy to set up, but it can be a little bit overwhelming as to what to do first. However, this is one of the occasions that I would absolutely implore you to put in a bit of time to learn how it works, because it will totally revolutionize the way you work. We train people to use this, and the feedback we get, as I mentioned before, is that it just transforms people's businesses, transforms people's lives, makes people organized that used to be disorganized. It gives people clarity about stuff they've been confused with for many years, because they suddenly have it all in a centralized point. You get it from asana.com website. There's loads of help online on YouTube videos. There's loads of help on the actual Asana product itself. It's a big developing app and something that has a lot of tutorials and resources available for your disposal. If you do want us to help you to get set up properly, to work with your virtual assistants, and to actually use it really effectively in the sort of ways that we use it, then please obviously get in touch and we'll explain how we can help. And that's it. I hope that was helpful. And yeah, happy Mondays, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.